Go, hello, and welcome to this final boss fight live stream of D&D. My name is John, and I'm joined by Sean.
Hello.
By Richard.
Hello.
By Amy. But by Amy. I should be there a minute ago.
I said hello. There we go.
There it is. That one we got to keep. By Sean.
Oh. No, I'm not.
Okay. And by Tanny.
Hello, everyone.
And last time, you guys made your way, after a long rest on the ice causeway overlooking the Necropolis of Ythryn, you've made your way down into the city itself. It's tilting strangely to one side, but as you entered the city, gravity shifted under your feet as if it's generating its own field of gravity. You approached this rather tall tower that has a large blue symbol carved into the side of it. And as you got up to the doorway, you saw multiple runes covering its surface, and several of you spotted a singular rune that was actually glowing, that was the source of a spell called Symbol, that would have driven one of you insane for a brief period if you had entered the tower without dealing with the magics. You briefly explored via use of a familiar this strange oval shape space within the city that has three metallic spires within it that are all arcing electricity between them, and noticed a pedestal with a cup on it. And then you took into the city streets, moving through the abandoned, crumbling buildings. While some still stand, a lot of this place has been destroyed either in the centuries since it fell, or a lot of them in the initial impact with the ground when this once flying city has fallen to the ground. You did explore this tower that has a large glass structure floating about 30 feet above it. Some of you using magic to teleport from the very top of the tower into the glass structure, others just using the fact that you have wings to fly up into the tower. You explored... a little bit. You explored what was once a very high-end meeting space within the city that you have come now to know as Skydock Spire, and saw that at one point in the past this would have been a much larger structure with spaces that you can't tell what it was for, beyond the bit that still stands that would have at one point been effectively a rotating restaurant. You descended and took in this large, rather impressive domed building that has several museum exhibits within. The ground floor mostly ruined from years and years of exposure to the cold. The exhibits left shattered on the ground, or artwork left framed but destroyed with the passage of time. You fought a number of one-eyed, snarling, psychic creatures within the museum before ascending to the top floor, where one of the exhibits hanging from the ceiling gave you pause, something called a Thrym, that were once dwellers of the Underdark, malevolent aberrations that use their telepathy to control the weak-minded. You then made your way into the central dome, where a large artwork behind a magic stained glass depicted a wizard standing atop the central spire of the city, being adored by the worshippers and the people within the city, and 8 others whose nameplates around revealed that they were the High... Well, I'll just go down the list real quick. High Conjurer Damarith, High Diviner Appius, High Necromancer Kadavix, High Evoker Zadalus, High Illusionist Ajamar, High Enchanter Ivira, High Transmuter Metalara, and High Abjurer Taruth.
High transmuter, more like high transgender.
And these people's portraits all were painted in such a way, one, that they have been enchanted to last the intervening centuries since the city fell, but also all have been painted to be looking up at the figure on the central spire with a look of awe and respect upon their faces. This is where you finished up your explorations in the city last time. Let's move over to the map screen, unpause the game, and say, where would you like to head to next?
I believe plan was to head to this area because you wanted to check around this
Okay.
column. Not really a column, but whatever the hell this is, because it might
Branch.
in the chance they might have a means of entering the central tower.
Okay.
And also there's the global thing there that we're all very curious in.
Oh, and
Looking at this structure, look quite more natural looking than it does more, build like. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's an intriguing combo.
Yeah, it's like it's more natural looking, whereas the others look like they've been built in. Though I do want to go there at some point in the future.
You look like this bit on the main tower in the middle. It does look like root, which is sort of like
maybe
what this is again.
Once. Yeah, maybe it was a tree.
Oh, yes,
I'm not gonna lie.
the other element of the portraits that I will quickly remind you of in case it's been forgotten in the 2 weeks since. They are all wearing robes, similar sort of robes, very fancy robes with color schemes trim to match the 8 towers that you see around the city. 6 of the towers are sort of equidistant around the central spire, and 2 of them are slightly further out at opposite ends of the city.
It's like orange.
The 2 that were further out smell bad.
You can't tell.
Yellow.
You've not been that far out yet.
There was the Conjurer's yellow, Diviner's white, I think Necromancer's black, Evoker's red, Illusionist purple, Enchanter pink, Transmuter orange, and Abjurer blue. I've got my notes.
And see further out ones, colour-wise.
White all the way over here. And
Is this one?
is that pink or is that?
It looks pinkish.
This one is purple. This one is pink.
That one's pink.
This one's purple. Okay.
Pink over there.
I see the yellow one here, and there's an orange one over here. There's the blue one, and then there's the red.
And then we're going to assume one of them is possibly behind big tower.
Oh, it's collapsed, but then again.
Given
That's one of those. That's one of these that's collapsed.
Oh, yeah, I see the structure. Yeah, I see it.
given the spacing of the 6 this would be one of them.
That little piddly thing.
If I've been dead.
So it's probably been broken down.
Well, we'll have to run through it when we get to it. Anyway.
Okay. So are we up for going to head to the red doorway of doom?
Yes.
To the red light district. One.
Well, I'm always one for a new audience.
Okay.
Actually, talking you last time you were the Kolminski, you were really quiet for most
I'm
of the
sorry. I think I've caught bird flu.
Bird flu?
It's been going around the outer cockras, apparently. I'm just a bit of
Any other cockroach?
Yeah, yeah.
How's that even possible? Maybe you get it from
Think of our cockroaches on around you. Like,
Listen, I'm the avian of joy, and people give onto me gifts. It's not my fault sometimes not the best gifts.
It's just me giving you bird flu.
There's like this horrible like mucus comes out.
That's not bird mucus, it's the worst kind of mucus.
Why is it purple?
I don't know.
I think Cherish will like find some sort of cloth that she barely like. It's not even being used or anything. It's just like, here, have this.
Thank you.
So there's some sort of. I think I've got some sort of medication in my pocket, maybe.
Good.
I'm sure they'll be over the bird flu uncharacteristically quickly, given the amount of time it takes us.
I
I
Through
don't
thing.
think it'll help with the headache or something. So.
I'm taking my medication, lime chug.
Yes.
The front of this building has a 40-foot wide, 30-foot tall archway with a portcullis standing askew within it.
And it's red inside.
There is a red glow from within.
Evil glow.
Maybe I
Does it look like it can move?
Yeah.
It looks like at one point it could move. It's now set off to one side, as leaving enough space that you could pass through it.
I was gonna say maybe I can quickly Misty step into the other side and try and like pry it open and see if there's like a switch or something on the other side.
No, if it's open enough for us to walk through, we'll tentatively walk through it.
Yep.
I'm just trying to be helpful. Okay.
A maze of cell-lined corridors fills this space. It becomes quickly clear that at one point this was a prison.
Explains the red lighting.
The cell doors are all made of iron with a small barred window set into them at about eye level.
Oh no. I poke my head.
well, yeah, I'll have a look at the first cell. Yeah.
You spend a few minutes looking into cells, and you find some of them contain the frozen bodies of prisoners who died when the city hit the ground, because it turns out not a lot of people particularly cared what happened to the prisoners as they plummeted from the skies. The slightly more horrifying ones contain the bodies of prisoners who didn't die when the city fell from the skies, but died a few days later after people stopped bringing food to the prison.
Oh no.
That really sucks.
Oh my god, I forgot.
How long do you wish to spend looking around the prison?
Until we find something. I don't know.
Are there any spaces that look like kind of guard spaces? because I'd quite like to have a look around somewhere like that.
Yeah, and if there's any sort of like office or somewhere where it might have like paperwork as to who and what they held here.
You spend about half an hour walking through the various cells of the prison, and you find a collapsed wall. Peering through the gap, you see a 15-foot square infirmary in a state of disarray with an operating table in the middle of the room. Leather straps extend from one side of the table into the air and fasten to the other side, suggesting something or someone that you can't see is tied to the table.
Like invisible, as if like the invisible man was...
As if the invisible man was tied down to this table.
Oh,
That's weird.
the one time I don't take see invisibility. Bloody hell.
Can anyone see invisible hands, or do we need another?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
What do you see?
What appears to be a thin, middle-aged man with a sallow complexion and a streak of silver in his jet black hair lies unconscious on the table.
Karen is going... All you guys see is me. I've not described this yet. I'm just going to... I'm going to get like a little piece of rubble or something. Like a really small like pebble or something. The smallest bit of detritus I can find.
Okay.
I'm just gonna throw it at his face.
It has to be his face.
Yes. Because it's just gonna there's gonna be a thing he can move and express with rather than...
Are they fully strapped down from kind of what we can see? One for each limb.
Yes.
Does he react to my pebble throwing?
There is no reaction from the pebble flow. No reaction from the pebble throwing.
I'm going to approach and kind of poke him a little harder, not to hurt him, but just a little harder to try and rouse him if he's alive.
You prod him, but he doesn't move, as if a spell has been cast to stop him.
Well, what?
I don't know if he's alive or not.
What's the point of this? What's the point of restraining him then if he's not moving anyway?
Well, yeah, but it might have been moving when they restrained him, and it's been like 400 years since then, so who knows what's happened.
Oh. Yes.
Trying to see if I've got anything that can, like, show him to everyone rather than having me reacting and poking at nothing.
Yes, Carrion has just walked into the room, thrown a pebble at the table that you notice has bounced off of something you can't see and is now prodding the space slightly above the table.
I have nothing other than possibly dispel magic. I have dispel magic somewhere, don't I? I'm pretty sure I do.
I've got greater restoration. I don't have the components for it.
I got dispel magic if necessary. If that might work.
That might work.
Could you make some manner of check before you use the spell to see if you can work out what's going on?
I mean, yeah, I can try to. Can I attempt an arcane? Arcana?
You can attempt an arcana roll.
Arcano.
Arcane.
Arcanine.
13. 8.
Roll.
No.
21.
I mean, 21, I guess.
8, you know what?
13 to Arcana, bitch.
Or 21.
21.
You've heard of spells that would put someone in a state of suspended animation as sort of a preparation for if something goes wrong. And it looks like this particular... You're unsure if it was a prisoner or a guard or...
What's he wearing?
Hoopst.
Yeah. What is he wearing, John?
One second.
Is he butt naked? Except for one small posing pouch.
And one sock for no reason.
And a single sock that's got a hole in the big toe.
Yeah.
We'll go with yes, because he hasn't got any other character clothing described.
Oh, is that what that weird stick in the middle is?
So, naked.
Basically naked.
Oh, I mean,
In which case, I'll pull a blanket out from my bag of holding and drape it over the table.
the rest of the holidays, the rest of the hotel stuff you've nicked, yes.
Yeah.
You place it over the table and it lays atop something.
Can I put my hand on, given now that the blanket is over him, I can kind of make out where would be sort of chest. And I put a hand on chest just to see if there's any movement, like breathing or anything.
You can, and there is not.
He's like frozen. He's
Yeah.
like, it's just like,
It's like,
you know, fine. He's not.
yeah.
You do get the feeling that this is an effect that could be dispelled, but you're not sure if... You're fairly confident that it is too high a level to be dispelled with a basic dispel magic without needing a check.
Right. Well, if something here did this, maybe we can find the things who can do it.
I mean, it might just be the straps.
Hmm.
I don't know, but it could be.
But it is worrying to think of if this is a dangerous prisoner, they strapped down, wait. Is there anything else in this room that might shed any light on the situation?
You can look around the room if you'd like.
Yeah, I would like.
I'm going to probably look around the room as well.
Get the place over! Fucking start flipping tables and shit.
You find a notepad with writing in Draconic on it, or sort of the proto-Draconic that you've seen listed around the city that you're learning to be called Le Ross.
Oh, look, Ross. And Phoebe. Hello to Rachel.
It says a singular word on it. Amenor.
There's a single word on it. Ligma.
Oops.
The word was animate.
Staring at Karen.
What?
I don't know. You say ligma and then everyone just stares at you silently.
What?
Amlio. Does that mean anything to anyone?
Nope.
No? Does it mean anything to Verlaine? Verlaine, the lady we're really relying on this on this place to read everything?
It could be a command word.
Should
Anime.
sorry, itchy foot. I got. So So should we try saying it out loud at the thing? It might do something.
Go for it.
Let's just spread out around the bit table thing and just get ready so we're not all clumped together and easily tellable.
Self-destruct system activated.
I'm sorry.
No.
There is a gasp from the table and a flicker of magic. A thin, middle-aged man with a sallow complexion and a streak of silver in his long jet black hair awakens on the table and looks around. He opens his eyes, and you can see that he has one blue eye and one green eye.
Is he now visible to everyone, or is it just...
He is now visible.
And very naked.
Whilst everyone was walking around looking at stuff, Moss would have been stood next to him, just sort of muttering to him that we'd figure it out. We'd at least, make him visible and not leave him here, in case he could hear. Assuming maybe he could, maybe he couldn't. But whatever. And as they've stepped back, she's kind of... I would imagine she's stood the closest, sort of up by his shoulders, and sort of has had a hand on his chest just to kind of attempt to be reassuring.
Karen's been stood right next to him, right next to the table.
He starts speaking in a language that you don't recognize.
Oh, we don't understand. Do you speak common?
I'm sorry, yes.
Whoa.
Oh,
That's convenient. Yeah.
Could you potentially untie me and pass me some trousers?
No.
First of all, I must ask a very pertinent question before we untie. And I know it sucks to be tied up. I mean, I've never been tied up. But anyway, if we untie you, will you attack us?
No. One second, I need to find his stats because...
What's his deception?
I need to roll...
Plus 27 and plus 27 deception.
You are confident that he will not attack you.
I'm pretty sure I can trust you on that, so I'm going to untie your arms. I unbuckle the arms.
Do we ask some more questions before you do them?
Tough. I'm unbuckling.
May we have your name?
My name is Xeraphon.
My name is Xeraphon the Terrible. No, I mean just Xeraphon.
My name is Xeraphon. I was a manservant in Ythryn.
what race is he again? Sorry.
Appears to be human.
Yeah. Xeraphon. Oh, we weren't having a lot of Xeraphon there. Oh.
So do you know what do you last remember before you were put into this stasis?
I was the guards, the warden performed magical experiments on the prisoners. I thought I was going to be next, but
Right.
I mean,
Why were you interested?
my master, Iriolarthas, sent me to the prison for disobedience.
Oh, that's not very nice. When you were brought in, Ythryn was like high above being all cool and flying and stuff, right?
Yes, Ythryn is a flying city.
Right. Okay. I kind of turned to the others and I think we're going to have to tell him.
Yeah, I'll just give you a nod.
There's been an incident.
What do you mean? How long have I been here?
Not long, just several hundred years.
I'm sorry, what?
Yes. Been a long time, buddy.
Several hundred years?
I am... What?
There was, honestly, we're not quite sure. There's a lot of conjecture on what people think happened, but many of the floating cities of like Ythryn and any others and things, kind of fell out the sky. There was a big, horrible event, and that was like a good few hundred years ago.
So it's been, what, like 100 years?
A little more.
Oh.
But
He's like absent-mindedly rubbing his wrists where the leather straps were.
But we'll be here to help you acclimatize to the new world once we leave here. But we're in the middle of something at the moment, so you're welcome to come with us, unless there's something you need or want to do in the city on your own. But we don't know what's roaming around in here, so it might not be necessarily safe.
He sort of looks down. Does the new world include trousers still?
It can include trousers.
Are there any of his clothes around in the space?
You can have a look around and you can find some stuff that will fit him within the room. It's
cool. I shall do that.
Might not necessarily originally have been his, but beggars can't be choosers.
I'm gonna hold. I'm gonna hold the blanket up around him so he can get changed in it. Like you do at the beach.
Okay. So what are you doing here?
What floors?
Tourists from the new Netherese Empire.
No.
I feel Darian wouldn't be able to hide his face.
things are very different now. But this is, a site of great interest. But it's been lost, I suppose, and we're just exploring and trying to find out about it.
Maybe I can tell you some things about it.
It would be very helpful, especially since, we have Verlaine who can kind of read Draconic, but not exactly your language.
Yes, Loros.
Loros, yes. But yeah, we're trying to save the world, and your city might help.
Okay.
Hopefully it'll help.
Sean,
Yes.
roll me a d20.
No. 10.
Oof. Okay. Amy, roll me a d20.
Of course. No, that's a D12, you muppet. Still good. 14.
Danny, roll me a d20.
Oh no.
Oh, what made you think I was going to roll a d20, you monkey?
Himself.
Just getting up.
It's slowly crawling up.
Okay.
Anyone else? Or just us?
No, just those three.
Okay.
Good, Nick.
I could tell you, for instance, I don't know how useful this tidbit of information is, but the city's elite wore robes of silk that displayed shifting illusory patterns.
That sounds so cool.
It's pretty impressive.
That's the first thing you want to tell us.
It's the
Is it
first
been
thing that
anything?
sprung to mind. Some might say it was a 10 on the 20-sided table I have in front of me of tidbits of information.
That's not, I really thought this guy's he's like a scholar who knows a bit. So it might be like facts about the Romans, where it's like,
I like the idea somebody snatches the list of him. No cheating.
The wizards used to use human-like constructs that they called magin as guards, workers, and valets.
Terrifying.
And in times of trouble, the wizards would raise a force field around the Enclave's central spire that only they could pass through.
Oh, so that one immediately just puts the matches spider that's got the thing on.
Yeah.
Oh, so that thing over there?
that was very helpful, I think.
Because we know that. We're trying to get in.
Yeah. You wouldn't happen to know how we turned it off.
I know that one must perform the 8 steps of something they called the Rite of the Arcane Octet.
The Rite of the Arcane Octet.
But Church just looks at Church just looks at Karen and go, oh, that's something you could do. You're the brains in the magic.
Okay, well, I can. We've got to try and find some means to find out what that is and how to.
Like, what is that though? Looking at the guy again.
The steps are hidden inside the 8. There are 8 towers dedicated to the arcane schools of magic.
Oh.
7.5.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we might have to piece some things together then. It has been a few hundred years, apparently.
Very fun. Do a bit to the sort of east of this prison, in this district, there's like an arm from the tower that reaches to the ground. So passes through the force field.
And that will still be protected by the force field.
What is it? What is that, though?
It's
Is
the
it part of the tower?
entrance.
Ah.
Unfortunately, the gate, the door will still be protected by the force field if the force field is active.
So,
No.
turning off force field.
And to do that, we need the right of the octet.
Right of the octet, which
Right
we
of
need to
the
go into the
arcade
towers,
octet.
which we have to go into the towers for, but we don't know exactly what we've got to do in the towers yet. But it's all a learning experience. So,
And these towers seem to have
Oh, Karen.
a lot of these towers seem to have quite serious security.
Yes.
Bells.
Yes. Was there a question with that, or just an observation?
Well, I mean, I was hoping maybe you knew a way to get around it, or how one would go about doing that. So
I was a low-born manservant arrested for being disobedient. I am hardly likely to have the keys to the city.
I'm just a poor boy from a poor family.
Yes. Nobody likes me. Will you let me go?
No.
Just me on.
Damn it.
Is there like a? I mean, by all means, we could just literally just go into the towers and look. But is there like a library that might have something on that right of the arcane octet?
I just think they only put the steps for completing it in their towers.
Of course.
No.
Oh, what's that weird lightning bowl thing? You know, the big arcing towers of lightning electricity.
Oh, the Chain Lightning Stadium.
That's the one, yeah.
That's where they play the game, Chain Lightning.
That looks dangerous.
I mean, yes, it can be if you don't win. I mean, it's not deadly, but it's...
There was like a cup or trophy in it. Is that just a bit of metal, or is it more significant than that?
That's the Champions Trophy. I was in
Would a
charge.
champion be able to get? Enchanted, right. To do what?
I don't know exactly.
But it does something.
I mean, most things
was
around
free.
here are enchanted. It's
Makes sense.
Well, presumably certainly worth winning.
if you are skilled enough, yes.
What does chain lightning entail?
Chain Lightning is a game in which 2 teams of 6 players compete against each other. To win, you need to eliminate the other team's players by hitting them with a 3-inch iron ball. The game ends when all of one team's players have been eliminated.
So just throwing a ball at each other.
Interesting.
Where does the lightning come into it?
I mean, I'm going to assume a big metal ball might attract the lightning.
Can I have a question real quick, by the way, to Sean? Is Carrion constantly still eating as he's having a chat with this guy?
He's just rooting in his bag for any snacks or just bits. trail mix, anything.
Dear God. He's gonna have
But no one here carrying any food. What he's eating is his food. We need to be careful.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Nobody thinks it's weird.
Oh no, she thinks it's weird. She's just like,
Yeah.
what do we do?
I think it's been raised that is it a weird thing of this place that we're in, like that's causing weird stuff to happen.
It's, you know, I'm just hungry.
Yeah, but you shouldn't be hungry that constantly, buddy. Like, stomach's probably that fucking full right now, mate.
I don't feel full.
Maybe I should take this food away from you.
No, you fly.
Jack's immediately shy. No, don't fly! You're eating all the food. You're not going to have nothing until we at the end of the day, mate. And don't think that we're going to give you any food.
As you're looking up at him flying, just raining down crumbs.
And it just gets on fucking chair. She's like, fuck's sake. Okay, there's something wrong. Thing is, though, she's already had the insight from last time, and she said it's like perfectly fine. But she's like, dude, seriously. So, I want to try and
centering boy.
But now I really want to try and detect if there's any kind of magic on him in a way that's not right, or any kind of insight, John.
Do you have detect magic?
I not anymore. I don't think
Then you can't detect magic.
No, but I can fucking Eldritch blast his ass.
But you can, and nobody is denying that fact.
You can, if you want to try to take an innovation. Do you think you can? Take potential inky darkness that will deal 2d8 necrotic damage and then 4d8 randomly whenever I want?
Hell, bugger now.
Would you like to ask the other member of the party who isn't here at the moment, who might have detect magic, if they would maybe cast it?
Because I don't feel comfortable. I feel like something's not right with Carrion. He's eating too much, and the practice. I think there's something on him.
Yeah, and this guy.
Is there a chance that we can just try and detect something on him, just in case that we're missing?
Yeah.
Like maybe you got a curse on him, and we just completely missed it.
Xeraphon had a really cool description. You know, black hair, streak of, it felt like he's more than what he's telling us.
I'm sorry, I think Dax is on some other problem right now.
Good.
Yeah, I was just looking at him like, dude, we're not talking about that. Something's up with Carrion.
Oh, Carrion, I do apologize. I thought we were talking about Bull. I thought it was a bear was
immediately looks at Dax like, dude, seriously. Can you see the problem up there as Sharon's pointing up to Carrion, who is still munching on food? He's been doing this for quite some time now, to the point that he's losing all the food, and it's not right. He should be constantly eating.
The entire time Cherish is saying this, she's getting covered in crumbs.
And every time she tries to walk away, he's trying to get the crumbs on her. Like, can you stop it, please?
I'm just hungry.
Carrion, I think I've got some more snacks in here. Do you want some?
I'm good. Thank you, but
Moss, like, what are you doing?
I think he's trying to trap him, like lure him down. And
He's flown up. Like, I cannot pick him up.
yes, but Buster's trying to lure him with the more food. So he comes down to get the more food, and then we grab him.
You could probably hear us, Sarah, doing this.
Well, I mean,
you do.
Snicket pulls out.
At some point.
Snicket pulls out a small pearl. Worth, say, 100 gold pieces or more.
What you doing?
would you like me to try and work out what spells are on him?
Sure.
Yes,
If you
please.
got the spell that can detect certain magics or curses, that'd be great.
I mean, I do have a spell that can detect certain magics, but I also have a spell that can identify magics that are affecting someone.
That could work.
That would be great. Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Better, yeah.
Hey, does
I just
anyone
need
know
him
how
to-
detect magic as well, just in case if this one doesn't work.
I mean, once again, I do have the ability to detect magics, but also I have Identify, which also works to work out the spells that are currently affecting a creature. I just need him to come down and consent to being touched.
Arian,
I just turned to AJ and say, we're trying to figure out if there's something wrong with him. It's just to what
AJ's not in brain right now. They're in the middle of a sneezing fit.
oof the word.
That's sneezy. So sneezy.
Carrion, can we check if there's something going on magically with you that shouldn't be? This place has done weird stuff.
I'm just a little hungry. I'm a grown boy.
I know. Hear me out. If nothing is wrong, then there won't be a problem with us giving you more food.
Maybe. I'm just hungry.
Cherish like does pulls this kind of thing where she just puts her hands on her hips, kind of thing, like you know, like a parent trying to like, you know, discipline a kid. Like, come on now.
Arian just looks down at you and is like, "What are you got your hands on your hips for?"
Oh, it's just a force of habit. But the fact that I'm the middle child in my family.
It's like, do you have like do your hips hurt or something? It's like,
No, just it's a force of habit, buddy. Like,
Why?
just come down here, buddy. Like, we need to sort this out.
you keep but you keep trying to grab me. It's
I'm not. Look, we're trying to see the problem here because you are constantly eating to the point that you're losing a lot of food, and it is concerning. We get it. You might be growing a boy, might be a big growing boy, but this shouldn't be going on for like how long has it been going on for, guys? Or like
It's been 2 days.
2 days.
it's been 2 days that you have constantly been eating. This is
it's just
you've put on 2 stone.
yeah. You're looking a little bit. What can I say?
Rounded.
Big boned.
But my bones are normal size. You'll say, you know, people's bones don't grow that quickly.
Carrion, if you don't calm down, I'll find ways to contact your mother.
Oh, not your mother.
And
I mean, I can
she's just trying to get down, and she doesn't know. She's only used to trying to be more.
But every time we've contacted my mother, it's been me contacted. I don't think any of you know how to contact her.
Carrion, please come down. I'm worried about you.
Yeah, what she said.
He stopped with Moss saying that. It's kind of stops mid rummage. Kind of bright blue. Hangs
He's
head.
just flying up. He's just flying up. Yeah.
Hangs head and flutters down to Moss.
Snicket.
I want to be sure you're okay.
You're not getting worried or anxious or anything like that. Is that why you're constantly eating and you just don't know? Is that your work, like your stressed out kind of situation?
It's fine. I'm just hungry.
Snicket approaches Carrion sort of from the side, so that Snicket,
just rugby tackles him, but because he's only a goblin, just goes,
You won't even feel any kind of voice. You were just like, eh.
like Carrion is focusing in on Moss's face, and Snicket just like reaches up and touches you on the hip, and
stab.
spends like 10 minutes casting Identify.
Good. You, meanwhile, how are we looking on the other guy? What was his name again?
Xeraphon. He's got trousers on now.
Like I said, this guy's got trousers on now.
Xeraphon's got trousers on.
Everyone has shirt. Yeah, got pants on and everything.
He's got a shirt and everything. He's I'm assuming because you've allowed him to put trousers on, you've at least untied him momentarily.
Yeah. I'd already untied his wrists. I mean,
yeah.
Good question. Have we actually asked him why he was taken in the first place? Because I kind of zoned out on the...
Well, they were going to do experiments on him, so I think it was like, like if you've been prepped for surgery.
Yeah.
Oh. I kind of zoned out for most of the conversation, so I was like, what happened? I do apologize. It has been a long day.
It happens to everyone. Don't worry.
Carrion, what spells are currently affecting you?
I mean, other than whatever magic items I might be carrying, I don't believe any. Other than possible other things, but we don't know about that.
Okay, at the end of the 11 minutes that it takes to cast Identify, Snicket reveals that you have been cursed.
Oh. But you know it, and we left it happening for 2 days.
And if you're fine, no.
Try cast... Actually, does Snicket have it?
You have decurse, buddy?
What level is Remove Curse?
I think it's 3rd.
The third ones?
I mean, it could kill you and revivify you.
Does anyone have Restoration?
Or Remove Curse.
Or Remove Curse? Or is it Greater Restoration?
Snicket...
I've got lesser restoration. I don't...
Snicket will say, can you remove curse on yourself, Carrion?
I mean, I've got Remove Curse, but I feel fine. It's fine now. I feel fine.
How about you do this, right?
I've just identified you and you're cursed.
Yeah.
It's fine, isn't it?
Just cast the spell.
Carrion, please.
Cast the spell, Luke.
Moss will take his hand and be like, please.
Even bluer.
Just like fluttering her eyelashes to you and everything. Please.
No, it's just a look of genuine worry.
Oh, that's fair enough.
My mind was going to the current episode of Critical Role I'm watching where they've tried to bargain with, I'll show you a boob.
Who the fuck says I showed you a boob?
Clean over if Moss suggested that.
Well, we're not at that level of relationship yet, John.
Was that Jester who says it or some other character?
That's Laura Bailey.
I believe it.
No, that's her character.
Yeah, it's Imogen.
Oh, Imogen! I was expecting Jester.
And then later on in the same episode, Marisha Ray offers it to Matt. Like IRL.
I mean, it's a highly regarded bargaining chip.
He points out he's already seen it.
Oh yeah, of course. They're married. What do you expect?
For God's sake, boob.
He admits they're very nice.
Carrion will just put one hand on another hand, and will cast the removing of curses.
Or as Cappy was saying, I'm just gonna touch myself. We're just gonna touch myself, he says.
Suddenly, Carrion, as the remove curse spell takes effect, you find yourself very full.
Oh no.
And no longer hungry.
He's probably food comed.
Do we, can I lay down for a minute? Really sluggish all of us.
Oh, there he is. Cherry's like, there it is. He's definitely gone food comed, guys. He now knows.
He folds his bag of snacks to the side and drops it in slow motion.
Wait, I'm
Zara,
gonna chuck the snacks into my bag of holding.
Xeraphon recommends that you don't lie down on that table.
My snacks.
Or you just sit down here where there's no problems. Down here, buddy.
I would ask, do you feel better, but at least you feel less hungry now?
Oh no, I don't want to mention food. No mention food.
That's me on Boxing Day.
Yeah, Karen, you feel as if you have eaten about 4 days' worth of food the last couple of days.
You just got the most serious bad digestion ever. Don't give him some Gaviscon.
So what? I'm sorry, Xeraphon. I'm sorry.
This
It's
place
not a good first impression. I'm sorry.
this place has houses and things going on, so just, be careful.
I mean, you're telling me that I've been here for a few hundred years, so...
Just don't get cursed.
Jones just pat on Carrion's head like, there you go, buddy.
Whatever you do, don't lie down on that table and speak the command word.
I'm not gonna.
Especially if you don't have anybody else to wake you up again.
Yeah, it wouldn't be good. I don't.
There were any kind of remedies for stomach issues.
He's gonna hobble out.
I mean, I would recommend a good morning constitutional. We could head towards one of the towers.
Oh yeah, walk it off.
Yeah.
Which is just not jogging or running because you would definitely get an itch.
No.
Like,
Solid walk.
Oh, yes, let's go then.
I'll hold you up, Carrion. I'll hold you up.
Yes.
What's the temperature like inside versus outside?
It's very cold outside. Inside, it's not too bad.
Inside?
Yeah, none of the buildings that you've been in so far have sort of had anything in the way of, heating.
Yeah.
But, they are at least outside of the elements, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I would like to take the blanket that I gave our new friend and I'm going to wrap it up into a kind of shawl coat thing and give him a belt to wrap around the middle.
Okay.
If we're going for a walk, it's very cold outside, so...
Noted.
You're going to need layers if we find more, then...
Well, from here, I think there's 3 towers more or less the same distance. There's the Tower of Conjuration and the Tower of Abjuration, and slightly further away is the Tower of Divination. Any particular choices?
That's abjuration, I believe. Judging by the notes and the colorations. The colorations of the paintings we saw.
Yeah. No, we'll start with the first one that we went into. It's going to have similar sort of magic security.
Yeah.
Oh, before we leave the prison, is there the guy, I know he's been a prisoner, but is there a warden's office or something?
I'm afraid I don't know, and if there was, there probably wouldn't be that much there.
If the warden was doing magic experiment.
Oh, yes.
that seems like
You're cutting out a lot, Richard.
sorry. So that seems like an odd thing for a warden to do. Was he magically gifted?
Most people in charge here were, yes. Oh, this was a magocracy.
A lot of magic.
I want to explore the prison a bit more. If you guys want to go to the towers and catch up.
I think we could do with finishing looking around the space. If he was trapped, maybe there are others. We need to be sure. Just a word of warning. Looking at new friend. Other people didn't fare so well out in the cells, so
Stay clear of the cells.
Just brace yourself if we do go past them. It's not pretty.
Okay.
Crash the place!
You spend some more time looking around this space.
Do we find anything?
I'm just looking. You don't find anything else of note within the prison. Anything that might have been once a warden's office is now beyond all repair. And any notes that they may have taken are beyond all recognition.
Yeah, hundreds of years. Okay. This will stop you all out of character. I don't trust this guy. Like, and I know that's always my Dax's problem. I don't trust people. But
Dax doesn't trust someone. Get away!
That's unexpected.
Why not? So are we going to that tower?
yeah, tower.
I'm following the herd.
Nice. Let's go.
Toddles along.
Okay.
As we're leaving, Moss is going to be sort of to the back of the group, and if anyone was sort of listening, particularly though she's saying it relatively quietly, she's just sort of saying to people, "I'm sorry you were left here. I don't know what you did, but being left like this isn't."
That's concerning.
Don't even worry about it.
Are you sure about that, sir?
Yep.
Yeah, I should just say I'm sorry if we can. Hopefully we can come back and bury you.
Okay. You start making your way through the streets, and are you heading towards the Tower of Abjuration?
I think it was this one.
The blue one.
The blue
Yeah.
one, yes.
It's the one we at least may know what's going to happen with it. So, yeah.
as you pick your way through the city streets, and Shan, if you could move the token about halfway to the tower.
Here?
About there.
But
Yeah.
John, you said not to worry about the thing you've got.
As you start picking your way through the city streets, heading towards the tower, you turn a corner, and before you can react or hide or change your current path in any way, there is a group of 5 humans and elves picking their way through the street. 2 of them seem to be like looking through the windows of the buildings on either side of the alley. The other 3 sort of look up and see you turn the corner and are surprised by your presence here as well. These 5 are dressed in the metal armor and robes that you have seen associated with the Knights of the Thingamadoodle.
Knights of the Black Sword?
That's the one. And you both sort of turn. I was really hoping the map would show me something here.
No. Don't BS me.
Say things. We can. Well, I can.
I mean, yeah. I can also see him. I can see a map. I don't know if Joel will see.
And stuff. I think John could just see a white
Oh, there we go.
shape.
You see this group of cultists, and the 3 that are turning to see you all sort of call to their companions, and they start drawing their swords and getting ready to charge you.
They just pull out some pens and pencils and just start drawing.
Could you roll me initiatives, please?
No.
No,
I rolled
don't
snicket.
want to.
Don't want to fight John.
Oh, I will roll for Lane as well.
How many bardics do I have? I've got all of them. Oh no, I'm missing more. Okay, who has rolled what?
Well, as usual, me and Snicket have rolled piss poor.
Did I have a thing?
I think you've got alert as a feat or a feature or something. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Alert should be added in because the ability to add to your.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So that's a +6 to everybody within 30 feet of you,
30 feet.
Which is everyone.
which would be everybody.
Initiative swap. Immediately after you roll initiative, you can swap your initiative with the initiative of one willing ally in the same combat.
Oh.
Yeah, so you've got a 32 initiative.
Yeah.
Would you like to give that to somebody else?
I am going to give it to Carrion if he wants it.
Let's go.
Okay, Carrion, would you like a 32 initiative instead of the
take a 32 if it's being offered to me.
15 that you did roll?
Oh, I'll gladly take that.
Okay, I'm just going to play initiative swap.
Oh, these guys, yeah.
Dax now got a 27. Cherish got a 26. Verlaine got a 14. And Snicket is zooming on ahead with a 12 initiative.
At least it gets him before those two cultists.
Does indeed.
Glad I could give him a hand.
And so as we start this fight, Carrion, what would you like to do?
Yeah. Gago.
Moss just sort of looks around and pushes you forward into this fight.
Not of a death.
Just like a, you got this, sweetie.
Well, they're all nicely bunched up there, aren't they? Oh, look at that lovely bunched kind of
Lovely bunch of enemies.
lovely bunch of things that's going on there. So I think it's going to have to be a fireball.
Okay.
And I'm going to bump it up one level to a level 4 fireball.
Okay.
I could do it up to level 5, but I've only got one level 5 spell slot, so I'm not doing that yet.
Okay.
So we're going to plonk it right.
Oh,
Yeah,
1 second. Let me pull them out so that they're...
I gotta say, one of them was there. There was a guy in the wall. I'm gonna, just to really dramatify things, I'm going to put it just so we all get the toasty backwash of the fireball. I'll just fling my fingers forward and little tiny skull.
Okay, let's see how they do.
I came in like a fireball.
Came in with 2 giant balls.
Now, Carrion, I think we need to establish some boundaries.
Okay, one of them succeeded.
Oh boy.
What story?
Oh boy, Pluto.
You just feel a little bit toasty.
Pluto, no, don't go in the fireball. Oh.
Ooh,
I could have been better. It could have been a lot better, but
it's good.
still got a decent chunk of change.
Christ.
The smoke clears and one of them just falls down. The others are looking incredibly hurt. Even the one who's saved is not looking good.
Oh!
Actually, the one who is dead, like, the fire clears and just ice freezes up over his body. And just this knight turning into combat is frozen in this position of drawing the sword.
Imagine what a shitty day you'll have just going, oh my god, there's people! Draw your arms, lads!
Anything else on your turn, Erica?
I don't believe there's anything I can do. I really need to invest in some bonus action spells, but for now, no, there's nothing else I can do.
Okay. Then I will say, AJ.
Well, seeing how piss weak they are, I will not do the thing I was going to do. Which was the one that wasn't as affected?
This one looks moderately healthier than the others.
Then I'm going to go to this one and cast Vicious Mockery. And it's like AJ's about to say something and then he sneezes instead.
Oh, wow. Instead of Vicious Mockery.
Sorry, which one are you?
Actually,
Which one are you
this one.
targeting? That one.
It's like a sneeze, but with like
He does not make it.
not even a little bit. Yes, it is now Vicious Notary.
Snottery.
You turn round and insult him just as he draws the sword from the scabbard, and just this look of horror washes over his face. What do you say to this man that kills him?
It's like, like I said, he's about to say something. He sneezes, but it's like a sneeze of vile. It's acid sneeze.
Just this glob of mucus flies across and lands on his collar, and he just looks down at it in fear and disgust, and just the psychic damage hits, and just ice rips over his body.
I imagine he's frozen in a look of.
Yeah, he definitely is.
And then I'm going to sort of flutter over here, just to see if there's anything up there. Take one more step. There is not, so I shall end my turn.
Okay. Dax.
So I'm just going to move a bit away from the group, just so we're not all lumped together.
I want to catch that bird flu.
Shoot this guy.
Okay.
I'm going to shoot that guy.
Kaboom! Nice. Oh, no,
That-
because...
Just hits. Oh no, that
it is nice.
that hits reasonably well. I was looking at his hit points, not his armor class.
It is a palpable hit.
The arrow sinks into his shoulder, and ice rips out from it and covers his body.
So I'll aim at the next guy. I think actually what I will say, rather than shoot him, I've just been because we'll aim at him and just say, think we should talk? Or the alternative is you die.
Okay, so you're going to give him a chance to respond, or are you going to shoot him anyway?
Give him a chance to respond.
Okay. Cherish.
Yes.
It is your turn. Dax has aimed at one of the two and said, "Do you surrender?"
Nah.
And it's not been their turn yet, so they can't respond.
Okay.
Do you... What do you do?
I'm gonna do my Misty Step. And I'm gonna go over to this guy. What did I do? What did you do to me? Sorry. I just want to cast Misty Step and now... Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm right there. I went too far. Was it enough? Yeah, that's fine enough. Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, you're fine.
And then I'll go there, and then I'm gonna smack him with my Netherite. Attack! Normal. 16.
That'll hit.
Sweet. Then normal hit. 10.
He is still standing, but he's on death's door.
Oh, you have tried that again. Attack again. Normal.
You through the damn door.
Oh, natural 1. Jeez. Does that hit that?
No, that does not hit. You swing, and you just like swing it wide, and he just like stumbles over his own blood and ducks out of the way of the attack.
Oh, well, I'm just stand there looking menacingly at him.
It is his turn. Does he have any spells that will help him in this situation?
No.
Insta-kill tiefling. All right.
That's it.
That's
Well,
gonna be a
that means
heavy
they'll
spell.
get you as well.
No, it's just a touch spell.
Well, hopefully he doesn't get you then.
Seeing that he's probably not long for this world, he is going to reach out and try and touch Cherish.
Appropriate, but okay.
They're not interested in surrendering.
Oh, dear.
This one isn't, because he is he's got a giant axe wound across his chest.
I mean, that hits. Wait, hang on.
It's a natural 20.
You can't avoid a natural 20.
No, I just thought I was just reading because I've got mental spell resistant on me. I was like, huh?
That's if you have to make a saving throw on a spell.
Yeah, that's why I had to reread it, sir. God. Alright, that hits.
Okay, that's only going to be 58 points of damage. He just sort of thrusts his hands out towards you, and pulsing dark necrotic energy rips through you.
40 hit points left, everybody. Like,
Ow! Oh, we did fight those little boys. Yeah, I forgot about those.
earlier. So,
Yeah, I forgot about them.
This person, this other one, throws down the sword he was drawing and just runs away shouting, "Avarice will hear of this."
I'm telling my mom.
DM, I just pointing out, I don't think we've been doing since we started using the new rule. You know, things like, I believe if you hit with like certain weapons, you'd be slow. You know, there's a whole bunch of things in the new rules about like,
Yeah,
they bleed out or they're slow. Did I put a hand?
You put an arrow through a guy that's dead.
Right.
He's very slow now.
Oh, that's right. Yes, I did. Well, have we been using those rules all along? I've just not realized.
Yeah, it's not come up a lot.
I know why. No.
But it has been there. So yeah, he runs away shouting, "Avarice will hear of this."
Don't care.
Moss.
The temptation is I have Seeking Arrow.
Yeah, that's an option.
I think it would be rude not to, wouldn't it?
I mean, he's being a little bitch, and
Yes.
I believe we need to teach him his lesson for being a bitch.
So if I'm doing Seeking Arrow, how does that work as far as like I would steady? Like
It's a dexterity save, so the steady aim wouldn't help.
Yeah. Fair. Yeah, sure. Let's do that. So then I need to that one of those so you can see it in there.
So you just fire an arrow towards where Cherish and this stricken cultist stand, and the arrow curves around the corner and chases his friend. Who does make the saving throw.
Damn him.
Ooh, bizarre.
So if he makes the saving
He
throw,
takes half the damage.
half the damage. Okay. That's that one. Oh, dice.
Oops.
You hear in the distance, and the sound of ice.
Oh,
Awesome.
Okay.
You have a second attack, I believe, Moss.
Cherish is looking very hurt right now, right?
Yes.
In which case, I'm gonna shoot for the person that they're next to
Okay.
with my second shot. Can I steady aim this one?
Yes.
Clear the shooting arrow.
No, you can do because you've not moved is the important step with steady aim.
Cool. So that would then be at advantage.
That 8 was so close to a natural 20.
On my screen, it bounced off of the other dice and rolled back.
I mean, 30 hits.
Does a 30 hit?
And normally at this point, I'd say roll the damage, but he has 1 hit point left.
I still want to know how overkill I did or didn't manage to be. Just a tad.
So, Cherish, you're like
kind of into the wall with that.
you're reeling from this necrotic blow as the arrow whizzes past you, slams through him and into the wall, and just ice covers his body. Verlaine looks around the group. Well, I guess Avarice will not be hearing of this.
Unfortunately, I feel like he'll find out eventually regardless, but yep, we'll have the time for now. I assume our new friend was hiding behind us during that battle, by the way.
Yep, entirely.
You good?
I'm fine. I'm a guide. I'm not a combatant.
I'm aware. Just checking you're okay. You know, you've only been back awake for a very short amount of time.
I will. You seem very confident in your skills, and from the looks of it, rightfully so.
Yeah, they were evil as well. They were definitely bad.
I would not argue with you. They were against you.
They're a bunch of devil worshippers. Let's go. Just toddling off, holding stomach.
Cherish is like bleeding from every orifice.
I thought I had something that could help with that, but I don't. I don't believe wizards can get it anymore. Don't think.
I'll wait for Cherish to come back, but Snicket will pull out a large, comically oversized syringe.
Nice. So we're continuing to make our way over to the tower?
Yep.
So, one second. So, these guys are here. Now, I remember we found tracks that suggested someone had been moving through the area.
Yes.
So, was that these guys?
Those tracks suggested it was a small group. These people... Well, it could be.
Potentially, but we're not sure.
We also know that the drow came this way as well, didn't they? Don't we?
Yes.
The drow that the dryad mentioned.
Cool, so keeping perceptions high and going quietly?
Suppose.
Yeah.
Cool. We shall shuffle. We shall sneak our way over here. This is the shape that you make when you sneak.
Are you returned? What have I missed? I'm assuming we're at battle now.
Yes. Moss finished the battle with an arrow that whizzed past you and pinned the creature, pinned the
Dude
dude to the wall.
Oh boy.
And you are bleeding quite profusely.
Okay.
Weirdly and specifically out of the eyes.
My eye.
But Snicket was going to sort you out, right?
Snicket approaches you with a large, comically large syringe and offers to...
Yeah, okay. Stick it in me. Stick it in me, stick it.
1 second. I'm just making my own notes.
Going to out of context quote if I can find it.
Please do.
Let's give that a level 3 cure wounds. If I could find cure wounds again, there we go. At level 3. So that is going to be 32 points of healing as he jabs you with this syringe and like presses down on the plunger, pretty much all of it going into you, Cherish. Right up the butt.
My ass. My sweet, beautiful ass. Right. Oh, I can't. Okay, how do I plus? Oh, it wants to play plus 32. Would that work? Yes, it does. Yay! I can do that now. Bad. I do have a special healing, but I do kind of like call it on just for a bit.
This tower reaches upwards like a talon, its stonework studded with chiseled runes, and a blue light shines from its highest window. There is a glyph that you have previously noted will cast symbol on whoever passes through the door.
Is that little know if there's a way to, like, I don't know, block your ears or anything in the equivalent magic-wise?
It's like, I know there is protection spells, but I don't think I know any of them.
So would we have to make a saving throw? Because we don't know we did identify what this was.
I mean, we identified that it was symbol, and I believe we identified that it would drive a person insane.
Right. Do you think it would just happen, or would there be some opportunity to make a save? Or...
You would assume that most magics require a saving throw of some kind.
But it could be like 20 or, I mean, very difficult.
It could be anything, depending upon how strong the effect is.
I mean, I could send Linny in. I suspect it would realize it was some sort of magical construct. Right.
Could be worth a shot.
Yeah.
Okay, let's fly in there. If you go insane, please let us know.
High fives Clinny on the way past.
Yep. He does high five you back.
Of course he does. Because he's awesome.
It's against my wishes, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. can you, with Pliny's stats, first of all, find Pliny's stats.
No.
Step 1, find the stats. Step 2, despair over how low the stats.
Roll me the intelligence saving throw.
Okay. That's -4.
Oh dear.
But I'm quite, not happy with him dying, but I can take it.
He's probably won't die. He's just gonna turn into a feral hawk for a while.
But go on, you haven't prepared the stats for the hawk, have you? Because I've got them on D&D Beyond, but you haven't. It's right, you do fancy things like that.
You should see under the Dax the Unexpected Extras folder, Pliny is in there. But you can also just roll me a d20 with a -4.
Okay, I'm really Icebreakers. I can't be, but yeah, we'll just,
Oh dear.
not good.
That's a 3.
Carrion, you see the rune lash out and strike Pliny, and any psychic connection, Dax, that you and Pliny share, you are just getting gibberish from it. Dax, and no, not Dax. Carrion, you can see that the magic within the rune has faded for the moment.
Ooh. Magic's faded.
But, yep, I'll try and dive through the door.
Everyone through the door!
Okay.
Charging through the door. And getting on the floor, and then everyone's going to do the dinosaur.
You can see on the other side of the room a set of stairs heading up the tower.
Which is the room that we've entered, literally just this staircase, nothing else.
It does pretty much seem to be just a staircase heading up.
Fair enough. So, up?
Where is Pliny?
Pliny is just sort of flying around the inside of this tower completely randomly.
Okay. As long as they're not attacking nothing.
Just the telepathic bond, just like, and then the badgers came! And
About a minute after you enter the tower, Pliny settles down again.
Karen's trampling up them stairs unless someone's stopping him.
Could I get a marching order for how you're heading up the stairs?
We're just going to be going crab style. Wanna.
Well, I'd like to be front middle.
Carrion, go first. He is, yeah.
I feel Carrion would be very interested in
I'd
what's
be
in there.
excited about it.
Okay, Carrion's first.
You know,
Carrion will bring up the front. He will be the shield.
Okay. Who's
the wicked field. I'll go up to Carrion.
okay? So Carrion, Dax, Cherish,
Yeah.
marching order. Where are you? Are you in the middle? Dax and Carrion are at the front.
I'll be at the back.
Moss is at the back. So do you want to be in front of Moss?
I wish I'd be in front of us. We'll hang out in the back. We're back buddies now.
AJ, do you want to go before or after Snicket?
Oh. After.
Okay.
And I'm assuming that the dude is in here with us.
The dude is going to stay downstairs.
Yeah.
To the
Verlaine
side.
and Verlaine will turn up when she turns up. Can't be bothered with this shit.
Yeah, pretty much. Verlaine's going to stay downstairs for the moment.
Verlaine is personal bodyguard to
Yes.
on his damn name. So,
Zeraphon.
Zeraphon. Need to make a note of his name.
A huge chisel. That's wrong. Let me try
That's
that
wrong.
again and put it in the right
It's
order.
not a huge chisel at all.
A huge anvil, chiseled with vivid blue runes, rests in the center of a 30-foot diameter, 30-foot tall circular chamber. Resting atop the anvil is a similarly adorned hammer. 6 armored figures stand guard around the anvil. At the rear of the chamber, a frozen corpse of a wizard lies on a pile of rubble. Blue flames flicker from braziers spaced around the room, illuminated with a carved inscription on the ceiling.
Fancy.
So let me show you this map.
Okay. Anvil. Dudes.
Dead body.
I assume, John, I'm in a stairwell, which is why I'm in a funny little corner.
You are in a stairwell at the moment, yes.
Well, that's you in the corner.
Is he?
That's you in a cockfight, losing to a pigeon.
Do the armored figures look like some sort of like magical construct who being dead people?
They do appear to be a magical construct. They're a blue-skinned humanoid figure, and they all sort of stand in roughly the same pose. It is very clear from their position and their stance that they are protecting the anvil.
Oh,
Yep.
Karen is holding up his hands, like, show, like...
I'm not.
Have they stopped moving?
They have stopped moving for the moment.
We come in peace.
What's going on in there?
There's a bunch of blue skin construct people. I think it's the subservient race that Zeraphon mentioned. Possibly, I don't know. I'm assuming.
Snicket steps into the room.
Careful, don't step any further, Snicket. Just stay there.
I'm assuming the inscription on the ceiling is in that language we don't understand.
It's in Draconic. If you understand Draconic, you can read it.
I don't understand Draconic. I believe we've established the only person who knows Draconic is Villain.
I believe also Professor Scant.
I do have Professor Scant. I keep forgetting Professor Scant. I'm going to bring out Professor Scant.
Fascinating. These appear to be Demos Magian.
Do what now?
Constructs, powerful magical constructs formed to protect things within the Netherese Empire. They would have been given instructions, and I guess they're still following them.
Well, I suppose they wouldn't unless someone tells them otherwise. What does that say? Holds the ball up to the ceiling.
First, shield thy heart with a wand from the nether oak.
Okay. Any idea what that might mean, Professor?
I feel the nether oak may be a tree, and a wand is a short piece of wood typically used to channel magics. Your heart is a...
I can put you back in the bag, Professor.
Understanding.
I feel this may be the first step in a multi-step ritual.
Right. So we need a one. So in the room, there's just this anvil. Is there the hammer sat on top of it, or is that just
the hammer is sat on top of it, and the hammer is. There are the same runes on both the hammer and the anvil.
Right. And there's like nothing else. There's no like bundle of sticks or
nope.
Sort of anything that we can see from here that might suggest we make that thing here.
There doesn't seem to be anything to suggest you make that thing here.
Okay.
There is the dead body. They might have things on them that could be of use.
Sorry. To the construct guys. He is fully aware this is probably not going to work. Hi, is it possible we can we're not going to go to the anvil. We just want to go round the room to the gentleman over there. I'm assuming they give no indication as to whether that's okay or not.
They give no indication as to whether that is okay or not.
Okay, I'm going to do something very stupid. I'm going to start slowly going around the workroom, giving as wide a berth to this anvil as possible. So,
Marion, I was just going to try something before you did that.
Then try the thing before I try that.
Yes. I wild shape into a spider and then do a central carry into it as a spider, because that might seem less, less aggressive.
1 moment.
Unless they're terrified of spiders. Their one weakness is
their
horrific arachnophobia. And this...
Well, that might work in our favor.
You turn into a spider, they all scream, which is a noise they didn't even know that they could make.
They all get up on little stools.
It may stun you to know that I did not have the spider stats already imported into this game.
John.
But I do believe that it is fairly safe to say that Dax would have seen a spider at some point.
I don't know.
And so, Dax, you shrink down, and Carrion and the rest of the room become giant in size to you, and you become a spider.
Oh. Yeah. I'm going to, skirting around the room, potentially even go up the wall if I can do that because spiders.
You do indeed have that ability.
Move around. Yeah. So I'm gonna see a spider all time. I'm gonna go around the sort of outer wall to try and get round to this body.
Okay.
And I'm going to keep an eye on these. One of my many spider eyes. I'm going to keep on these guys and see what they do.
Carrion, with this particular situation, he's going to realize he's probably better suited at getting around without. I'm just going to keep talking at them. just. Oh, you've been here a while. Must be boring. The anvil's nice. Just like really, just inane chatter. So, but that he's fully aware they're not going to reciprocate.
One of the 6 of them tracks the spider as it goes around the room. It makes no move towards the spider.
I'm just a little spider.
But it does watch you go around the room.
Pulls out a giant fly swatter.
Can I have a look at this? I'm assuming I'm in the right place for the wizard. That's the wizard bit.
That does appear to be the wizard's mangled body, yes.
Okay. And I sort of very difficult being a spider, perhaps, but can I do some sort of deception to see what's going on there and if there's anything of use?
Yeah, roll me a perception check with your spider stats.
What was his wild thing? Is it still the spider stats that you use?
I believe it's still the all stings.
Actually, I don't remember if it is for the
I can't remember the
new
name.
thing. I think you keep your mental stats, actually, so...
Can't remember.
Why did you turn on?
Not been a druid since the change.
I was thinking. Wild type. Here is one animal.
Yeah, you retain your intelligence, wisdom, and charisma scores.
So yeah, make a perception check.
But with my stat scores.
Yeah. You retain your creature type, hit point dice, intelligence, wisdom, charisma scores, class features, languages, and feats. Also, your skills and saving throw proficiencies in that thing.
You can't, you can't see anything of use.
That. Did you still have these titles robes, right?
Well, I never did. It looks like they've been here long enough that it is that they have all decayed away.
I was thinking maybe a magic thing would, get them going. Right, I'm gonna spider climb back around the wall, and then and I can't talk to people, can I? I can understand them, but I can. Oh, I can.
You can.
I'm going to go up to the group, the spider, and just say, I'm going to use that wizard. I think we might need to go to that, there's that weird forest we saw. Maybe we can get one of these bits of wood that we need. If anyone has any...
Leather oak.
Is there anyone else in there that has any other stats written down, I assume?
Nope.
Nope.
What's the betting? We've got 1 step per tower then.
It might be that once you turn one off as a whole, or, it needs all.
I doubt it.
I mean,
That-
it says first. At least says that there's a second.
Yeah, right. So, should we head towards the forest? But along the way, we pass the tower, go in just so we can see what we might need.
Yeah, probably be an idea to pop to everyone to get our shopping list before we rummage around the city trying to find what we need.
Yeah, I just thought as we're going around, we will be near the forest as well.
I mean, we can pop the forest anyway, because we'll probably need... I can't remember the map entirely, but I know we have to kind of go out a bit, so probably have to go by the forest anyway.
Guys. Is Cherish nearby the guys, or they're still away from her?
Well, you're at the top of the stairs. They're at the top of the stairs.
Yeah. How long have we been walking anyway? I just noticed. I'm starting up. I just need some of the rest, guys.
Yeah.
You've been wandering now for, as you leave the tower here, it will have been 5 hours.
Still not enough time for a long rest, but
No.
You can take a
short
short
one.
rest.
Yeah. This is the best. Will this be the best place to short rest? Rest for a bit, or do you think we should?
we don't know how long that glyph is going to be out for, so obviously leave the tower and then possibly find somewhere to hunker down for a minute.
Yeah. Okay.
You head back out onto the streets. Dax, do you remain a spider?
Why not? Sounds fun.
This is done now.
Like how it's Paradox.
Yeah, if someone would power me, that would be helpful, yeah.
Yep.
I mean, surely the best thing to do would be to put you on Pliny and have you ride Pliny around.
That would probably make the most sense, yeah. I will do that.
Because
I would have thought,
you're riding your noble steed.
yeah, I'm going to fashion out of a web, like a saddle and a, rein fuck control.
just actually,
Yeah, there's Dax of life now, you're right. Yeah.
Okay.
John, the top of that tower we were in, did not have windows.
Didn't describe any.
Okay. Well,
I think
so
it'd be like-
the top was just the glow of the tower, not
Yes.
the tower of any. Okay, so
well, let's find somewhere we could possibly head back to the museum, because we know that's clear at least.
I mean, but isn't it like that? How long? That's going to take us a little while to walk there, isn't it? I know it looks near, but
I mean, it took half an hour, 20 minutes?
10 minutes, I think it takes to get there.
oh,
It's not quite 200 feet away.
Trying to remember it was.
So was that this one? Was the museum?
About 15 foot on our rulers is about 100 feet.
So yeah, if you're traveling at a cautious pace, it would take you a little less than 5 minutes to get to the museum.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
So we're going to ungrap in there then?
Yeah.
Yep.
But at least we know there are doors we can shut, possibly, and we know we've cleared out the horrible things that were in there. And there's the
Need to.
there's the exhibit dangling from the ceiling, but we know that that's not necessarily a problem right now. So
Yeah. Plus, I just need to sit down because that spell he had really took a lot out of me.
somehow your hair's bleeding. It's weird.
AJ and Dax, as you enter the museum, you both look back out the door and you see the fluttering of a large, dark, black raven landing on a roof opposite the museum.
Oh,
Beware.
A dark raven.
Yes.
Oh, Julie.
on board my Mighty Hawk steed, I'm going to fly over to that roof and land there, like, what might seem to be a safe distance from it.
The raven looks up at you.
Hello?
Raven noises.
Yeah.
Fucking out, John.
I have prepared for that eventuality. I can speak with animals. So,
Used to be hey, you know, whatever ravens make noises of.
does the raven respond to my question in common?
Never more.
You know, breathing.
The
They just can't say
raven
nevermore.
caws, and then in a female voice,
Fuck you doing there, bitch?
Never more.
we share similar goals. Come and meet me at the Skydock Tower.
With all of it?
Yes. Well,
Like now?
no, when it's convenient for you.
Okay. Then were you going to say, come on, we couldn't bring with us? So.
Maybe leave that pretender Verlaine behind.
Okay. You know anything about this other guy? The Seraphon as well?
Do you think I know everything?
You know, gotta ask. I didn't think you'd know who she was, so.
Leave her behind. Partner with someone slightly more talented. Someone with more resources. I could be an ally.
Do you have a name?
Avarice.
Um,
Oh, joy.
I'm that's the unexpected spider. And I shall pass this on to my associate.
With another call that everybody can hear in the group, the raven flies away.
A race fucking fucks off.
Well,
Great.
fly back to the group and basically. I'll pass all that on. Talking the bit about the lane, who I will try and once we have a moment, I'll try and pass that on. I can message people. I think that might be a good bit. Yeah, we've got transcripts. I'll just message people to let them know that bit.
You have to stop being a spider to cast spells, I'm afraid.
Oh, well, that's okay. I'll return to my less exciting normal form. And they that raven was talking and said their name was Avarice, which told you that's the whole thing. And then I'm going to sort of message everyone and just say they want to meet at Skydock, but they said not to bring the lane. And they say we share similar goals and perhaps we could work together. I don't like the sound of it, but that's the message.
Karen's gonna. So you've sent message to each of us, correct? Mm-hmm. So Karen is going to respond to the message. Avarice. Oh. And kind of like pull a book out of his normal bag and put it into his bag of holding.
If you would all like to roll me a short rest.
Oh, yes.
You take an hour resting within the tower or within the museum.
I don't need to spend any hit dice, but I am going to use arcane recovery.
I do believe that it should now give you the option to just automatically roll your
do that thing.
hit dice.
Wow.
Until you either run out of hit dice or...
I'm loving the arcane recovery thing. I'm loving it.
I love the thing is that AJ doesn't have Song of Rest anymore, and I like to think it's because everyone just stopped telling him to sing during the rest.
Look, we know that's not your thing, AJ.
Listen, I tried.
I think Dax has taken over that. So yeah, I can play a song and a musical instrument and give heroic inspiration to allies who can hear the song.
Yeah.
Because him.
Yeah.
So who would you like to give heroic inspiration to?
Number of allies, proficiency bonus. The Carrion. Moth. AJ. And
I think I already got inspiration on it. Oh, yeah, I've still got it and I haven't even touched it. I keep forgetting I have it. Gosh darn it.
I'll give it to Snicket if Carrick has it.
Lovely. You have a beautiful voice.
Snicket.
I play Hit the North by a troubadour band called The Fall. Quite big where I'm from.
I also like that they've now put in a thing that tells us everything that you recovered during your short rest.
I know this isn't what you said, Dax, but now I'll call something of hit the road and down back.
Well, maybe that can be an encore. I can do a medley.
Oh my!
Just in case you didn't hear it, Sean, you got inspiration.
Ooh. Cool. Thank you.
For my fantastic singing.
Beautiful.
And I think as you finish this short rest, and it is now the start of hour 14 within the Necropolis, we will stop here and come back to this next time. As you've now got some idea of what's going on, you've got at least one item on a shopping list to pick up. You've got one potential new ally within the city. I'll put the character sheet on for you there, Sean.
Select me.
On your character sheet next to the your level, there's the little star that's the inspiration.
That's the duty.
You've got a new ally potentially within the city. If you go and meet with them, you've got more places to go to. You've got Xerophon following you around, and Verlaine Harpel, who you are definitely not going to leave behind at this point.
Well, unless this Avarice lady gives us ample reason to leave. I doubt that we would.